Costumes. Costumes are the first impression that you have of the character before they open their mouth. It really does establish who they are. This quote by Colleen Atwood perfectly summarizes the significance of first impressions. Yes or no? First impressions are important, yes or no? Be it a meeting, be it a presentation, be it an interview, be it any situation where you meet someone for the first time, if you can create that first impression, you'll have a smooth journey ahead. One can have an idea of what the person is like within a minute of meeting them for the first time. And because first impressions can be tricky, we need to know how to address ourselves in front of people we meet for the first time. Making a good impression wherever you go, regardless of your field or stage of your career, is important. Making yourself appear friendlier and more professional can help you ace a job interview. Happens? If you go with a grumpy face and if you sound a bit unprofessional, no matter you are skillful, you are great at your work, still you will find difficulty in acing that interview. To persuade potential investors, your first impression will play a big role. Your passion for your work, for your startup will showcase through your body language, through your aura, your persona as such. Or if you have to simply broaden your network of contacts, certainly your first impression plays an important role. And today, in this video, let's understand how we can make a good first impression. The first one is to dress nicely. Let me tell you, I was never a big fan of dressing up nicely. You would have seen me with those long hair and beard and wearing like chappals, like slippers, which are kind of okay. I would be wearing a t-shirt with a hole and I'm kind of okay with it. I never felt that, oh, what am I doing? I was more comfortable in my own skin and I thought this is the most important thing, which I still believe that yes, to be comfortable in your own skin is the most important thing. When I record YouTube videos, there are videos where I'll be wearing a coat or maybe a jacket and I'm kind of comfortable wearing those kind of clothes, not because it is to showcase to the world, but I feel good about it. But then the equation which I have changed in my head is that people do look at your attire. They do look at your attire, what you are wearing, and then they immediately make a perception. For example, if I'm wearing ethnic, if I'm wearing a kurta, right? You will make a snap judgment that, oh, he is wearing Indian attire, right? He's wearing ethnic attire. Or if you will see me wearing those gold chains and those gold rings, you'll be like, okay, what is wrong with this person? But maybe you'll form a perception. The way you have a perception around the rock stars, right? Where they'll be wearing sunglasses when there is no sun. So I'm yet to understand why they do it. But then there are people who'll be wearing different things and we accept it or not, we do form perceptions immediately. So your attire, grooming and posture say a great deal about you. Be it an offline meet or an online meet, make sure to dress the part. Pay attention to your outfit, your hair and posture. You'll feel good about it, believe me. The second thing is to maintain the eye contact whenever required. See, making eye contact during the initial introduction is a good time to do so. But you don't have to keep it up throughout the conversation. I'm not saying you just stare at them throughout the conversation. No, don't do that. Rather, maintain the eye contact and then you may disconnect and then again connect, whatever works. See, throughout the conversation, alternate between making and breaking the eye contact. So that when you maintain the eye contact, it communicates confidence. Yes or no? That's the first impression. Just imagine if you're talking to someone and if you do not make the eye contact, would you be getting the signal of confidence, or would it be like, oh, this person does not make eye contact, something is wrong? Yes. The third reason, or the third thing that you need to do for first impression is say the other person's name. We love listening to our name, yes or no? If you're going on the road and if someone calls out your name, you will turn back and say, "Kisne bulaya mujhe?" Using the person's name shows you are involved and paying attention. It also makes the other person feel special and also helps you remember their names. So use and call out their name. They'll be feeling great about it. The next thing that you can do is listen to the other person. Believe me, this is simple, but not easy. People are more concerned that I should speak, I should dominate, I should overpower. No, rather when you listen to the other person, you will create a great first impression. I feel grateful that I have received this compliment from a lot of people, and I realize this is my strength, that I listen to people. I give them that space where they can talk, where they can express, and I'm listening to them. Don't simply remain silent when someone is speaking. Show your interest by participating in what they are saying and focusing on them rather than looking here and there. When you are listening, listen to them. No engagement with the mobile phone or checking your watch or like this or like this or like this. No. Listen. Give them cues like, oh, is it? Oh, seriously? When did this happen? You're questioning. That also shows that you are actively listening. That shows you're a good listener, paying attention, and the other person feels valued. The next thing that you can do is identify something you have in common. Yes, aligning yourself with similar qualities to another person is one of the ways we can make a good impression. It helps the other person to relate with you. Believe me, it helps the other person relate with it. Oh, pizza, even I love pizza. Oh, football, even I love to watch football. Oh, this movie, even I love to watch this movie. Find out the commonality. You'll be able to connect very easily. Sixth one will be to mirror them. Mirror them. Some studies have found that people are more comfortable around others who share their physical characteristics or behavioral habits. You can pay close attention to how they speak and move. You can mirror them, as in copy them by expressing the similar emotions and use similar non-verbal expressions. The next one is using the magic of how about you. Suppose you just shared that how you spend your weekends. So instead of leaving the conversation there, you can say, how about you? This will invite them to tell you about themselves and steer conversation to the direction they like. The person feels involved. It is not like he asks you a question and you just answer. He asks you a question and you just answer. No, it can be a back and forth process where you ask, he asks, and you both talk to each other. So how about you? I'm having a good time. How about you? I'm here for the first time. How about you? Yes. And the next one is paying attention to what the other person is saying. Paying attention means you shouldn't zone out, check out your phone, or look over their shoulder or past their head to see if there is someone else in the room you'd rather talk to. You should participate in the conversation and take interest in what the other person is saying. I remember going to a networking event and this person on the other side whom I met, he was holding hands with me, but he was looking like this over my shoulders, searching for someone. And I felt, hey, you're shaking hands with me, but you are looking for someone else. Can we talk? That's what I said in my head. But then I realized that was a big gap. big gap. I could not trust the person. I could not connect with the person. You should listen to someone. If you do this, if you listen to someone, the other person will be impressed, because it's not about what you say, but also about what you hear and how you make the other person feel important. After all, the good old saying, first impression is the last impression, is true to some extent. You can win the other person by leaving a good first impression, or can just create a bad impression. Though impressions can change, but building a good one in the first go can prove to be beneficial for sure. Agree or not? What are your thoughts on first impressions? Do you think first impressions matter? Let me know in the comment section. Until then, stay awesome, stay productive.